What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shauna, and in today's video I thought we would do this cute little makeup try on. So if any of you have BoxyCharm, you'll know that they sometimes do what's called a pop-up, and during the last pop-up I purchased this Coconuts About You palette set by a brand called the Beauty Crop. And inside of it we have a blush palette, an eyeshadow palette, a highlighter palette, and a bronzing palette. And you can see what it looks like there. And then it came with this random brush. I thought we would try all those on today. I've never heard of the brand before, so I kind of want to see if it's good. That set only cost me like $17. I don't remember the actual retail price, but I just want to see if it's like hit or shit. And the look that I'm going to try to do today is based off of this new TikTok filter. Before we get started, please make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And I am going to do my eyebrows and prime my lids really fast, and then we can get started. Alright guys, so I have my brows on. I just used the Benefit Precisely My Brow and then a brow gel. And then I primed my lids with the Urban Decay Eye Potion Primer in the shade Eden. And I always start off with my eyes first, so we are going to go into the Cocoa Paradise palette here. All the names are on the back. This is nice plastic packaging. There is a nice huge mirror in the palette, and these shades are actually bigger than I thought they would be. All right, in the photo, it looks like we just have some standard neutrals and maybe like a pinky shimmer on the lid, but I cannot tell if that's just my eyes because my eyes are usually pink or whatever. But it looks like we're going to start off with, I'm going to start off with this middle shade up here called Tan, and I will go ahead and pop that into the crease. And for that, I'm going to use a Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. And yeah, it looks like they have that on the inner part and then blown out, so we'll start there. Yeah, I don't usually try out makeup that I don't like see reviews about or isn't like a well-known brand. But when I saw 4 palettes for $17, and usually BoxyCharm gives us pretty good things, like, I don't know if I've only had one palette that I really didn't like in terms of quality. There are plenty I haven't liked because of the color selection, but in terms of quality, there was only one that I didn't like. This one seems to be doing just fine. There isn't a lot of kickback in the pan, and for using a fluffier brush, that's kind of weird. So far, this is blending nicely. I'm not having any issues. It looks like next we just buff some, like a darker color in the outer V and then blow it out a little bit. So I'm going to go into this shade here, which is Kailua. There's a bit more kickback in the pan with that one. All right. And this is just about here on the lid, and then really blown up and out. Not a normal way I would do my makeup, so it feels a little weird, but it's blending fine. This side is blending better, but when I look at this eye, I see a dry patch there, so I don't think it's the shadow. I think that's this dry patch here, because as you can see, this side looks much better. To soften up this edge here, I'm going to take this E38 from Sigma and go in with this light pink shade. In the filter, it's kind of like a bone color, but I don't have that in here. So with how light this is, I think it'll be okay. Just to soften up where that edge is so it doesn't look so harsh. All right, I am going to take that pink shade again and put that on the lid. It doesn't look like it's actually a shimmer, so we're just going to do this pink. And then I might tap into a little bit of this, but just ever so slightly because it's not that dark. I like do 2 dabs in there and then pick up this lighter pink. Not getting any kickback in those shades either, but I am using the shader brush, so that kind of makes sense. Ooh, that looks pretty. Okay. Okay, that is it on the eyes for now. Let me pop off camera, put on my foundation and my concealer, and then we will do the face products and see how those work out. All right, I am back. So for the foundation, I use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer because the look is very freckle heavy, and it's easier to just show my real freckles as opposed to drawing them on. So I did that. And for concealer, I used the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. All right, so in the look, it looks like we have an corally, orangey toned blush, a little bit of bronzer, and like a natural highlight. So let's do the bronzer first because that's what I would normally do. This is the palette here. Again, a giant mirror. And we have a more cool tone contour shade, a light bronze, a light to medium, and then a shimmer bronze. The set did come with this retractable brush. It's really soft. So like I said, it's very light. So I'm gonna actually mix the lightest and the light medium. That is a good color for me. So I'm gonna do that on the other side. All right, next for the blush, like I said, it's more of like a coral orangey blush. Again, cute packaging. It's pink this time. Here are the shades. We have like an orangey shade, darker pink, a very baby pink, and then this looks like coral and like some brown shimmer in here, but this is the only peach shade. Very cute. I am gonna obviously use the more coral one. And this, I'm just using the BH Cosmetics from the Take Me Back to Brazil collection, I think is what it's called. It's the number 2. It's the blush brush. Ooh, it's very pigmented. Okay, leave a little bit on the nose too. I have to tap some off because it's very pigmented. I went in a little heavy-handed. All right, that's very cute. I'm really liking this so far. All right, and then this is the highlight palette here. We have like a very, very light gold. I don't know what you'd call this color. It's not pink, like it's like a very taupey brown highlight, a deeper highlight, and then this here. I'll be honest, I can probably only get away with these two up here. I could possibly use these as a bronzer, like the darker shades. I'm not really into shimmery bronzer, but I could. These feel a little dry, but just based on the reference photo, I'm actually going to mix these top two because it's not quite a white highlight and it's not quite a gold highlight. That's perfect because it really just kind of sinks into the skin, and that's what the reference photo does. It's not like an overbearing highlight. I'm really impressed with this. Yeah, I like this. But my iPad died, so I'm going to step away from the camera for a little bit. I will come back with some lashes and then we will do up the lip. All right, guys, I am back. I put on my lashes. They look kind of just like the ones in the photo. I also did add some fake freckles only because the moisturizer did cover up more than I wanted. I think it looks pretty good. So now we have to go to the lip. The lip is very blotted and they made it look like I'm gonna have to overdraw a bit because they made my lip kind of like plumper but like sucked in a little bit. So it looks more like pouty. So I'm gonna use this lip liner from Dominique Cosmetics. This is in the shade Crush. And we are going to see here. It has a very weird tip. It's like when they try to do those brow pencil tips, like I could see how it would work for the upper lip, but for the bottom lip, it's almost like you have to use it backwards. Yeah, so it's like they cut the lip in on the bottom. It's very weird. Yeah, it's still fuller at the bottom, so I'm going to overline the bottom a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to fill it in with this Kaja, this little heart-shaped Kaja gloss. That's kind of the color of it. And because it is blotted, I'm going to try to blur out that bottom line a bit. All right, guys, this is the finished look. What do we think? Get it in focus there. There we go. I think it's really cute. Is it perfect? No, because filters are everything. But yes, I do think it's really cute. I love this filter so much. But yeah, that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please do like and comment. It really does help me out. Please also subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Please follow me on all my social medias. I can be found at Shanna-KEEEAQTA_84 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.